Hello everyone and welcome back to this video. So in this video I'm going to try some digital planning because as you know I only use my bullet journal for planning and it's on paper, so I never tried digital planning actually, and this is what this video is all about. So first of all, a little disclaimer, I had to write onto this video ad because this digital planner was kindly sent to me by Bosspersonalplanner, and yep, so because of YouTube I have to mark it as an ad even though it is not an ad. This is my opinion and I just wanted to try some digital planning with you guys, like a monthly plan with me but just digitally, and they were kind enough to send their planner to me, and yeah, I just don't want to be banned, so please don't mind the ad on top of this video. Thank you. So let's get right into it. This planner has a lot of pages and I wanted to start with some goal setting. So I use the Eisenhower matrix. If that's something new to you, then I will show you how this works. So you have like 4 squares and you have like important and urgent. So you like write down your tasks and then you sort them if they are important and urgent, or important and not urgent, or they're not important and urgent. Yes, I give you an example so that it gets easier to understand, so keep watching. So here you can see me just opening another page of the planner, which is just some dotted note pages. So I put my planner into split screen so that I had the Eisenhower matrix on the left hand side and just some note pages on the right hand side. And then I wrote down some tasks or stuff that I wanted to get done this month. And for me that was to film a YouTube video, to do some laundry, to write some lecture notes, to call my grandparents, and to study for my exams because July is starting my exam season, and yeah, wish me luck for that. Now after I wrote down everything that I need to get done this month, I just look at the different tasks individually and think about whether they're important and urgent. So something like film a YouTube video is something that is important to me, but it's not urgent. So I just do it for fun. It's kind of my hobby. So it's not really urgent to do that, but it's important to me. Something like do laundry is something, it's not important and it's not urgent to me. And lecture notes would be something that is urgent, I need to get it done, but it's not that important. Like study for a final, something that is important and urgent, so I need to get that done to pass my exams. And call grandparents something, it is not important but it's urgent, so I need to call them so that they know I'm alive. You know what I mean. And yep, the top left column now, so study for final, the things that are urgent and important, that should be your priorities for the month and your focus. So this Eisenhower matrix helps you to see what you need to get done and when you need to get it done. So film a video, I wrote down, I can do that later. So my priority for this month are going to be study for my exams. So yep, that was one example page of the planner where you can set priorities and goals. So you can see there are priority planners and other stuff that you can do in here. But right now I wanted to get right into the monthly planning. But by the way, if you're interested in this planner, which is, as I said, by Bosspersonalplanner, I have them linked down below. They have also paper planners if you're not into this digital stuff. So yeah, I will link that down below. They also have a dark version for people that like digital notes but don't like the white version. So yeah, that will be down below. So, and as you can see, I just wrote down into the monthly overviews where my exams are going to take place this month, and yeah, I'm already a bit stressed out. But before we are getting into the planning, there's a review spread in this planner that I really like. I did that in my June plan with me also. So if you haven't seen that already, make sure to check it out. It was really cute. It was a Gossip Girl themed month. And I did a review spread because I think it is really important to look back onto the month and just like what was good, what was not good. And for me I had more uploads on YouTube, which was good. I completed my Gossip Girl theme and I studied a lot. So these are my improvements for the month. And for wins, I wrote down that I hit 3,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm really happy about that. Thank you if you're from Instagram. I really appreciate that. But because this is supposed to be a little plan with me, I wanted to show you how you could easily take any digital planner and just give it an individual style. Like, I still wanted to letter in this planner and just try it out, how it works out. So I kind of erased what was written out and just lettered it bigger so that it looks more artsy, and I like how it turned out. I just took a white pen on GoodNotes and covered it above the lettering that I had in the planner, and then I wrote above it with the brush lettering. And I also wanted to include more colors, so I took different highlighters and just layered them above each other to make a little bit of a rainbow themed thing. I don't know. I think it looks cute. Even though we don't have Pride Month anymore, it still looks pretty, I think. And I also chose a focus for this month, so that is where the Eisenhower matrix comes in handy. So you have like found out what your focus is going to be. And for me, as you know, it's my exams, my finals for university, so I wrote that down so that I always see it. And yeah, there was just a point where I just wrote randomly down when my birthday is, because July is my birthday month. And now that I wrote down my wins and my improvements of last month, I'm just writing down my goals for next month, why these are my goals and how I want to achieve them, and also what's going to be my reward. So for me, my goal was that I wanted to post more often on YouTube, and my why is because it's fun, and my how is with time management, I guess. So I need to include that kinda in my days while I'm studying. And yeah, my reward is actually chocolate, because that's what motivates me most. And again, I covered their font and just lettered in my own style above it goes, so that the whole page looks more individual, as I already said. And I think this whole page looks pretty cute. And one thing I just want to mention, normally I would write 2 improvements, like what I would like to improve in the next month, but it's a little bit personal for me, so I didn't want to include like some personal stuff. And on the other hand, I would write down improvements like what worked out in my planner for me. And since this is my first month using this planner, there's nothing that I can write down. Now the next page that I wanted to personalize was the weekly planning, so something you could compare to my weekly spreads. And I think the planner is itself pretty and minimal, so if you like that, go for it. But since I wanted to show you something in this video and wanted to do a plan with me, I'm going to show you how I made it more individual and more artsy. So first of all, I added these gray boxes around the days because I just thought they would make everything stand out more. And now the next thing that I did was to make my own washi tape. So it's more like an attempt of washi tape on a digital basis. So what I basically did was just again split screen and just use Safari on the other side, and I just took a picture of flowers and just dragged and dropped it onto my weekly planning, and then I just changed the sizing of it so that it would look more like some washi tape, and just copy and paste it again next to each other to make it look like washi tape. And I think it turned out pretty cute, so I think you can tell what it looks like, and that is just one way how you could do washi tape on a digital basis. Now the next thing that I did was that I just took a pink pen and doodled some flowers next to it. So I couldn't really place the washi tape above Sunday, so I just wanted to draw some pretty sketchy flowers on top of that to make everything come more together and to look pretty. And of course I had to do that on the other side as well. And here comes one thing pretty handy about digital planning. So I could just use the select tool and just copy and paste it onto the other side of the page. And I think that is a big plus about digital planning. I wish I could do that in my bullet journal, just drag and drop, erase and do it again, and I think you get what I mean. That is one thing that I love about that. But that wasn't it for me for this page, so I wanted to have everything more prettier and to have like decorations around it. You know me from my bullet journal, that's just something that I always do. So I dragged and dropped again 2 flower pictures, and what I did for the one picture is that I just sketched above it so that I had the outline of these flowers. And then I chose some different highlighters of GoodNotes and colored that in with the dark green, the orange, and like with some grays that should represent the white of the flowers to make it look like the original photo. And yeah, here I just did it pretty randomly and not perfect because I wanted to have like this doodle style going on, and I really love that about art. So you can just do everything sketchy and it can still look good in the end. And of course I also added with a black pen some details to make it look more like flowers and so that everything comes together more. And I also added some cute doodles around it, and there was a little like tutorial how you could paint in a digital planner, but you don't really have to paint, so you just have the picture and you draw around it, so it's easier than in real life. And here comes again the big plus about digital planning, so you can just copy and paste it. So I did that several times just to show you how that could look like, and I also chose a different color for my highlighter so that the flowers would have a different color. So the first one had orange flowers and now the second one has pinkish reddish flowers, and I think that's one cute way to draw. Another tip is if you are totally not into doodling and art and stuff, but you still want some decorations, just search for PNGs on Google, and it has really to be a PNG, so it looks white on Google, but if you click on it, it has these squares in the background, then it's a PNG file, and you can just drag and drop it again and include into a bullet journal. That's like the easiest way to add decorations in a digital form, like for real. And down on the notes space, I also made some space for some weekly goals, and I also included a quote because I love quotes. And this quote says, "Every flower blooms at its own time," and that is just a reminder for me to when I'm studying that I don't stress myself too much and that everything needs time and it's okay. And here again, something that I love about digital planner, I could just, because I didn't get the spacing right, I could just take it and make it to the perfect space, and I just love it. I love it. I wish I could do that in my bullet journal. You have no idea how often I get the spacing wrong with my bullet journal, and I just have to go with it. And yeah, there was just a time now that I decided that I didn't like the 2 doodles next to each other, so I just cut it out of the page and I moved it to another space of the page. And I think this whole weekly spread looks kind of cute, and I'm really happy to use it. So I will keep you updated on my Instagram if you want to follow that, how I like the digital planning. But for now, this setting up everything and stuff, I think it's kind of cute, and it's way easier than to do it on paper. And also what I did was, for the picture that I just dragged and dropped, I didn't want to leave it like that, so I just added some doodles around it to make it look like a little Polaroid picture with some stars around it, and I think that looks kind of cute. I think this whole weekly thing looks cute. You can tell me what you think, and yeah. And now let's come to the last page that I did for this plan with me. So it's the daily planning that this planner has, and first of all, this is such a big space. I think I never planned that much in depth, but I want to do that for my studying and stuff, so I will try that out and how that is going. And here I'm just showing you again how I try to make it more personal looking and to add some doodles and lettering around it. You know the deal. But what I have to note right here is, because I'm always talking about that I want to use this planner for my studying and for my exams and stuff, the planner that I'm using is actually the Personal Planner by Bosspersonalplanner, so a more general planner you could say. And they also have student planners with more space for student stuff, and they have financial, fitness and teacher trackers. So if you want a specific tracker for your needs, then you can also check that out. And if you're interested in which specific planner I'm using here, I have, as I said, the Personal Planner by Bosspersonalplanner, and mine is Sunday started, so you can also have that with Monday started, and mine is dated, but you can also get an undated one. And what I have to say, because we are coming to the end of the video and I have to tell like what I'm thinking about digital planning, I have to say I still love my bullet journal and stuff, but I have to say digital planning has its pluses, and I think I really want to try that out. So if you're interested into seeing that and stuff, then don't forget to follow the gram. And yeah, I'm really curious how this will turn out. Especially because if you buy a planner for a digital matter, then you don't really have to buy one again. You get me? Like, if you get a dated one, then of course you have at some point get to buy a new planner, but that's something that you do with a paper one too. But with digital planners, you have the chance to only buy it like for one time and then use it, because you can always erase it. With an undated one, you can just basically use it all the time. You get me? I think that's a big plus, so that it's like a one-time investment. But enough of that, and let's get back to the planning. So for the daily planning, I again did some new headers that I think look really cute, and they're very different, but I really like them. It's for big goals and for extra goals of the day. And another thing that I wanted to try out this month, whether I had a digital planner or not, was time blocking. And for that, this digital planner is again perfect, because I have already the times there, and then I can just plan my day. So here's an example on how I would do that. That's just an example, that's not my exact day. So I would normally get up around 5:30 to 6 a.m. Yes, I really get up that early because I just like it, and I don't know, I'm not a night owl. I'm an early bird. And then I would get some breakfast, maybe do some plant physiology, have a break, do some genetics and stuff. So I think you get the deal with time blocking, and I really want to try that out, so maybe it gets me more productive and stuff. I don't know yet, we will see that in the end of the month, I mean. And here I just wanted to show you another thing that you can easily do with digital planning, and that's just that you can search up on Google for post-its and just drag and drop them onto your page and just have some notes on it. And I think that's also really cute, so you have pretty much every option that you could think of when you're digitally planning. Like everything I could do on paper, I can do on there too. So that's one thing that while I was planning I really liked. So I had a lot of freedom, and I could just erase everything, do it again and stuff. And yeah, I will keep you updated, as I said, on my Instagram, how everything's going, and I hope it will go well. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!